Ladies and gentlemen, one great thing about the Switch 2 is it can switch. Whoa, what does that mean? It means it's a hybrid console. It can be a handheld, but it can also be docked to a television, a screen, or whatever the hell you want to dock it to. And that's pretty cool, but there is an issue. I'm gonna edit in a picture of the Nintendo Switch 2 dock. I have one, it's right over here, but it's hooked up to a million things because of streaming and just all this stuff, so it is a nightmare to get out. That's one of the issues. It's like, yeah, this dock is awesome. One, it's very, very expensive. Two, it's kind of a nightmare to take with you, at least to me. Yeah, it's cool, but I need something smaller and cheaper that does the same job. What are we doing here? Is there an answer to this problem? I guess it's just right here. Look at this. Yeah, there is an answer to this problem. I was sent this over to review and I'm very happy about this, so I want to tell you about it now. This is the S3 Pro 2, at least that's the name I think it is. Obviously, all the information will be in the description, but if you want a Switch 2 dock that is half the price, less than half the price, and does just as good as the job, you don't want to miss the rest of this video. So let's go and get right into it. So forgive me if I'm butchering this, but I think this is called the Antank S3 Pro 2, and the 2 is for the Nintendo Switch 2. And this is a premium aluminum alloy docking station designed for Switch 2 users who want a more refined and durable setup. And that is another thing I have to say about the Nintendo Switch 2 dock, the regular one. Let me see how easy it is. It's like I just mess with it, a piece pops off. I'm always dropping this piece. So yes, it's like a good dock, but it doesn't feel very durable. Honestly, I think the Switch 1 dock felt more durable than the Switch 2 dock. And this little, I mean, what even shape is this, right? I don't know, you probably know. But this little dock confused me because I seen the ports and I thought, okay, I understand what those do, but where do I dock the Switch 2 to this? I just don't understand. And it actually turns out it just slides open from the bottom. And I'll be honest, this took me way too long to figure out. So yeah, I mean, you're probably a lot smarter than me though. So here's a quick video of my Switch 2 actually attached to the dock, with the dock not hooked up to anything, just so you can see how the Switch 2 fits on it, and I love it. You know, it's basically like your Switch 2 is just sitting there. So when reviewing a Nintendo Switch 2 dock, there really isn't much to do except show you what the games look like while it's docked, right? I mean, that's the whole point of docking your Switch 2, is because your Switch 2 gets a little bit of a boost when it is docked. Some of the games look better docked than they do handheld. So that's basically all I'm going to do now, is show you what the games look like, because it's awesome. What's great about this is it supports 4K at 120 Hertz. It also says 8K output capability. I'm not sure where I'd be able to test something like that, but that's cool, right? And another great thing that you probably think is really common, but it's actually not, is this dock also supports charging while you're playing the games. And I've got a couple third-party Switch 2 docks that I haven't even shown off yet because they work, but they don't even charge your Switch 2 while you're playing the games. And that is absolutely crazy. It's like, what is the point of this? I have to charge it, then I get to dock it. That's why you haven't seen those yet, right? You guys know I have a rule over on my channel where I only show off products or share stuff that I would personally actually use, or that I think my audience can benefit from. And I've probably been sent like at least three other Switch 2 docks. And you haven't seen those for great reasons, because they weren't very good, or they didn't do everything. They did some stuff right and some of the stuff not as good. So you haven't seen those, but you are seeing this one because it passed my Mr. Robot Joe standard approved quality test, which is a new thing that I'm starting right now. So now that I've done all that yapping, here's me actually playing Mario Kart World. And you can see that it looks great. What I will do here in a moment is I'll show you me actually playing this with the audio on. Just keep in mind, the microphone that I normally use wasn't turned on, so the audio you're hearing is just from the microphone that's built in my camera. So it's not picking up the best audio, but in person it looks great and it sounds great. And when I tell you this dock is small compared to the regular Nintendo Switch 2 dock, it is just almost microscopic. I'll show you a video quickly, but this is me comparing the two. And yeah, I just can't believe something this small can work just as well as, you know, something that costs $100 and is way bigger. Now right here, I'm showing you that this does have all the ports that the Switch 2 dock has. I think it even might have one extra port, but the one thing that it actually does not have that the Switch 2 dock does have is the Ethernet port, which I don't personally use it, but I do know some people do use it. So just keep that in mind. It has a bunch of ports, but it just does not have an Ethernet port. So if that's something you're looking for, unfortunately, this does not have that. Now, one great thing about this that I really like, and this isn't a problem everybody has, and I know that, but sometimes when you put your Switch 2 into the dock, it actually can scratch your screen. I have a screen protector, right? Yeah, I still have a screen protector here, but I've seen multiple people like on Reddit and Twitter post that the dock has scratched their Switch 2 screen. And with this dock right here, that's something that's not gonna happen because it's not possible to happen. You can see me sliding out my Switch 2 from the regular dock and attaching it to the S3 Pro 2. Yeah, it's never gonna scratch the screen. Now the most important thing is the price, right? Because the normal Switch 2 dock is good, but very, very expensive. I think it's $100, but it could possibly be even $110, something like that. So that is crazy. So how expensive is the S3 Pro 2? Like a lot cheaper. I'm talking about like $45, but you can also save an extra 10% with the discount code that I'm putting on the screen, and it will also be in the description. And for that price, I mean, even if you have a Switch 2 dock, I think this is a great replacement or a second dock. That's what I'm using it for, right? I have my normal dock right here where I stream, and then I have this out in the front room. And it's been really awesome to be able to take my Switch 2 back and forth without having to take my dock back and forth. Just something so small has made a huge difference. And yeah, it's awesome. So if you are interested in getting a second Switch 2 dock or you need a new Switch 2 dock, this is what I would recommend. All the information will be in the description, and it really does have my stamp of approval because it's awesome. So as always, guys, let me know what you guys are thinking in the comments because your opinion matters most. And you guys know me, I'll see you very soon with a new video. Peace.